founded by Andrew Colaruotolo. He was an immigrant from Italy, the fishing village of Gaeta. He came here to go to RIT, which is the Rochester Institute of Technology, to study masonry. He was an architect by trade. So if you notice, when you leave around here, there are a lot of really beautiful houses and several that line the vineyard. Those were all built by him, as well as our storage barn, which is a beautiful building, Italian-looking building that's just down the hill here. So he came here to study architecture. He started winemaking as a hobby on the side, and he decided that he would enter some of his wines into the fair competition. Ended up winning with our Palado and Tremonto, two wines that we still make. And they came to basically check out his facilities, found how much he was producing, and said, you have to either get rid of the wine or become a winery. And as a result, Casa Larga was born. So we are still managed by, he has since passed, we're still owned by his family. His wife, Mrs. C, is still with us, as well as his two daughters and his son. His son runs his building company, and his daughters run this where we are now. So a lot of the wines that we have here are meant to be reminiscent of the classic Italian wines that he was familiar with, that his family would make back home. And because we are in the Finger Lakes region, another wine that I would definitely recommend trying is a Riesling. That is really kind of the noble grape of this area. That's what we are most known for. We make 3 Rieslings, a dry, a sweet, and a medium dry. So depending on what your taste is, one of those should certainly suit whether you're a sweet or dry drinker. And then, of course, we do also have ice wines, which are very sweet dessert wines that are a product of the grapes actually freezing on the vine. And as a result, you get a very naturally sweet, rich, delicious dessert wine that you only have just a little bit of, just enough to savor and kind of, really enjoy the flavor of. So there's ice wines on the back of your sheet. If you'd like to choose at least one of those, I would certainly recommend that. They're in a little box on the bottom of the very back. There you go. And if anyone needs any help deciding, or have any questions, by all means, I'd be happy to guide you.
So it was 5, right?
5 or 6.
So you could...
Here's some Hungarian oak for you to start.
What makes it Hungarian?
Water. Anyone else care for a glass of water? Sounds good. Excellent.
Hungarian oak is because the oak that it's aged in is from Hungary?
Exactly.
Okay. What a guess. Okay.
And it's interesting, the American and the French in comparison to the Hungarian, they really take on different characteristics. It all starts as the same wine, but the process of aging really imparts different flavors based on the type of oak that it is aged in.
Wow. But it's the same grape?
Yep.
And what's the name of the grape?
Chardonnay.
Oh, Chardonnay grape. Oh, sorry.
Do you want a little splash of one of the other ones just for comparison?
Yeah, why not?
So this is our American oak. This is the oakiest of all 3 of our Chardonnays.
Keep it coming. Right. Can I just have a bottle?
Thank you. So how many types of wine then do you have here? I mean, how many types of grapes and then so on and so forth?
The wines kind of vary depending on the vintage. Sometimes we do different things. Like this year we added a new wine. Currently I think we have somewhere around 35 wines that we have here.
So to have 35 wines, I mean, does that mean 35 grapes? Or
not necessarily.
Because like the Chardonnay, you said,
for example, we make 5 different ones.
The same grape in different oak.
Different oaks, and there's a blended one or the unoak, which is aged.
So we're now we're down to 30 grapes. I mean,
yeah, the
right?
number of grapes, I don't know. I'd have to actually count them because
But even so, it's a lot, isn't it? I mean, how much land do you have?
Here we have about 40 acres, and then there are a few of our wines that are supplemented with grapes from other local farms as well.
Wow. So, and so then you would make have a certain amount of land that goes. What are the names of some of the grapes?
The most notable grapes around here are going to be typically Riesling. There's a lot of Chardonnay that is grown, like we've talked about, the Vidal Blanc. grape does very well. Cabernet Franc is a red grape that you'll see quite a bit of in the Finger Lakes. Of course, Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot we have as well. We have 2 different blended wines that have the Merlot and 3 wines that have Cabernet. And then Gewürztraminer is another grape that we do here. There's quite a few. Cayuga is another grape that's kind of known for this area. That's used in some of our white blends and also in our Bianco, which is our sweetest white blend.
And to buy Casa Larga wine, it's sold in the East Coast, nationally, internationally?
It is sold primarily locally in this area here. We do have some of our products that are available like in New York City, Washington, D.C., kind of sporadically here and there in this general region. We are currently not international.
And do you have a website?
Yes, casalarga.com.
All right, thank you.
Well,
what's good news for you?
good news for me?
Yes.
In the wine world or
in the wine world, personal world, any world you'd like to share?
I don't know, all I can think about is how cold it is outside. I'm hoping that there'll be enough snow that I can go skiing one more time.
Uh-huh. Well, it seems to look like there might be.
Yeah, we had quite a melt recently, so Bristol Mountain is where the main area for skiing here, and it's very well known for becoming just a sheet of ice. And then the snow covers on top of it, so it just makes for a challenging trip. But if we get enough snow, we'll give it a try.
I think we're going there.
Yeah?
To Bristol, right?
Yeah, we're going to Bristol.
We're going to Bristol
Very
tomorrow,
nice.
right? We're going to have skiing lessons.
Cool.
All right.
Very cool.
So we're going to need to drink a lot today to prepare.
Yes, get the body all loosened up.
This year it's different countries that are, I want to say them like off the beaten path winemaking countries. So we have Turkey, Peru, we did Macedonia, Mexico, Croatia.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, how many wines for how many are we bringing in for the Turkey event? I don't know. I think 6.
How many wines are they making now? Because I've been used for so long.
Yeah, I don't know. Kathy, who works for me, she sets them all up. So I know she picks like 6 or 7 wines and then they pair them with dinner. So one of the events, I forget which one, we come up with Turkeys, which was interesting. I didn't know they had vineyards in Germany. So with me,
What was it?
we haven't done it yet.
Oh, no.
We haven't done it yet. She's tasted them all. I can't taste them.
So you have worked for the year, right?
Yeah, since I was little. When I was, let's see, in 1974, my father planted the first vines. And my mother was reminding me again the other day because we were supposed to go to Italy in the winters. Because my father was a home builder. He started by, he was a bricklayer. He came from Italy. He learned to be a mason. He started with homes and just kind of escalated from there. But his family in Italy owned a vineyard called Casa Larga. That's where the name came from. And so when he came here, this land was actually bought to build houses on. And he told my mom, I want to start a vineyard. I'm going to go to Naples. My mother said, I'm not going with you, so go up there. So he came up here, being a builder, he built a nice big concrete building, and housed all the farm equipment, and started planting grapes for fun, and then started to make them into wine. And basically, because in the winter, I was crying. She said, you were so upset that you didn't want to leave to go to Italy that we changed the plan. So that's what we acquired. And I'm like, why'd you listen to me?
I've heard that part of the story.
I didn't know that. And she reminded me in the car, every hour we were talking about, she goes, well, it's all your fault. You didn't want to go. I said, you should just take, I don't listen to my kids. They took me to the American school. I had seen all the books from here. I remember going to the American school, meeting the teachers. And I was like, there's no way I'm going. But Italy was different then,
It's still different, don't worry.
Yeah, but like the water would go on and off, the hot water. Yeah. The TVs in every room were different. I couldn't have grasped the concept. 13 is not 13. They program the TV, so every room in your house is different channel. Things like that just didn't fit.
Interesting.
So it was too Americanized by then. Yeah, so then we started the winery. It was a hobby, and it just kind of grew from there.
But now you have the best. You can go there for vacation and you
Yes.
live here. So you have the best
that's
of
right.
both worlds.
Yeah, although
You made it the right choice.
I would like to go for more vacation.
Yeah. So you have to do that.
Yeah.
This is-
Yeah, I still have an aunt there and 2 cousins and then all their kids. So we still have a lot of family.
And Gaeta is
Yeah, it is great. And
A lot of fish.
and a lot of fish. Yeah, I grew up eating a lot of fish. So.
she's Italian too.
Oh, you're from Italy too? Whereabouts?
Same.
Oh, you're from Naples too?
Yeah.
Oh. I've been to Naples though, a couple of times.
Do you like it?
It depends where you're going, Naples, right? right?
It's a little rough.
Yeah, it's a little rough. Yeah.
It's a nice city that worth to be visited, but it's rough. I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah.
recommend to
No, just
go around
travel
with
around.
your, you know, they
No, I went with my cousin who knew, she knew where to
Yeah.
take us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know my husband was getting on the bus with Charlie, and, you know, we loaded him down with all the lemon shells, so he's standing there to get on the bus, and he said these guys, they had the coats over their hand, they walked up and they started to go through his pack, so next thing you know, I'm sitting on the bus and I look out the window and there's my husband standing on the side of the road. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, I'm not getting out because the guys were just trying to steal from him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta
They
be
are
careful.
so fast.
Yeah,
I know.
and he stands out, he's
but
tall and blonde.
if you are able to visit the city and see, there are beautiful museums and
Yeah.
churches,
Yeah, the churches are gorgeous.
and the food
is
spectacular.
good. Pizza.
And, yeah.
We made sure we made
Not only pizza, good fish
Yeah.
and everything. It's
Yeah.
just that, you know, you have to be careful. You don't go around
Yeah.
with jewelry.
jewelry. Yep. Yep.
Things. Not everywhere.
Yeah.
Few places where you can do that. But mostly you have to be, you know, very
Pay attention.
pay attention, not have nothing, you know.
Don't be
your
too
iPhone,
showy,
like this.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Very good.
Pittsford Wegmans, and then we went to the Strong.
Oh,
At George Eastman House we just came from,
Uh-huh.
and then we're here, last stop, and then staying at Woodcliff.
oh, you're staying right near here.
So-
Oh, that's great. Good.
Yeah.
We don't know. She knows.
She knows.
Yeah, we haven't been there yet.
Just
but-
in the van. I know where she takes you.
Yeah, but we have
What's
yeah.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow they are off to Ontario County,
Oh,
so they'll
okay.
do Wine and Culinary Center, skiing at Bristol, and some other great things planned.
Oh, you're gonna go see Bristol.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, I like the Degustazione.
Do you? Excellent.
It's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, that's good.
It's
she's
funny
looking
because
forward to
Italy
that
is
one.
from northern Italy,
That's right.
so it's not
Yep.
from southern,
Right.
but I love it.
Yep. The spiciness is very good.
Do I find online where your winery will happen? Where I can,
Yeah, I can look that up for you too.
Yeah, we have
Absolutely, I can
some.
give you a list.
because this is really one that I like
Yeah.
when I can, because you know when I have it in my
Good, well, it's good.
So you guys are gonna ski or no? You're just gonna, you're gonna actually go ski?
I'm taking a
We'll see.
class.
Yeah.
Half day.
Do you ski?
I do ski, but I'm not sure if I'm going to ski.
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
I'll ski too.
Okay, you know, I'm skiing.
How fun! I'm jealous.
Black diamond over here. I did when I was littler. I haven't been in years, but I would be like that. Real Monroe County only has one day.
But that you really can
Take a
do.
class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I should snowshoe.
Oh, yeah,
If they
that's
have
fun,
them,
too.
if they have that there, I just have to sort of like take. I don't know if I can do it physically again
Yeah.
because I had some accident last year. So
Cabernet.
Yeah, no, snowshoeing is fun. My husband bought me a pair because a lot of times I take the kids to Gun Hollow, which is another ski place.
okay.
And so while they're skiing, like the other day, I went snowshoeing, and I have a little baby, and I put her in the sled, and I tied her, and we went through the woods.
Oh yeah.
The
Okay.
kids were skiing and snowboarding, and so.
and taking pictures of the wine tasting.
That's good.
You go to Italy every summer? Or?
Not any, you know, I used to, and then I got married, and then I didn't go as much. Got to change. So last time we went was 3 years ago. We're gonna go this summer. We're trying to plan, but we want to go to Lourdes in France really bad. We've been trying to plan that. So you have to go, I guess, on a pilgrimage in order to go. You can't. We tried last time. We go, oh, we'll fly to Italy. We're gonna fly to
It's not
Lourdes.
the one that said you Cabernet Sauvignon.
It's quite
It's the other
intense
one.
because you got to
Yeah.
fly.
You wanna try that?
Like
No, I mean,
hours.
just to know if it's not the same one.
This is
We're
the
looking at like the
Cabernet
pilgrimage to
blend,
go to Lourdes.
and then I can pour you this one next.
You,
think
the
it's
pilgrimage you can find in the church that they organize usually.
Yeah.
And I mean, from Italy, everybody goes to their church that they organize
Yeah.
the bus or the flight or whatever.
Right.
And they go together.
Yeah, or from here you can take like a, you know, buy a private
Yeah.
Cabernet was
It's
one
still-
of.
it's
So when we
still
started the
pretty
vineyard, we originally had planted what are considered traditional Labrisca grapes, like Concord, Catawba, Niagara. My father had heard about, you know, Dr. Frank who was growing Riesling, so he went to see Dr. Frank. And at the time he was growing other vinifera grapes, so he was the first to grow vinifera grapes. So my father bought the Riesling plants, came back, and from there started to graft and grow
The
his own
crackers we
vinifera
sell,
grapes,
they're
Cabernet being
just
one.
those small boxes there.
It's called Cabernet Sauvignon because in French, Sauvignon means savage. So Cabernet is a very difficult grape to grow. It's savage. It's hard to control. When you pick the grapes and you first press them, you can't drink the juice right away. You have to let the wine sit for 4 years to calm down, to mellow out, and give it its rich flavor.
Whoa. Okay, I never knew that. That's interesting. What's good news for you?
What's good news for me?
Yes. In any aspect of your life.
Stump me with that too.
Oh, good news for me? Well, I really like the snow, so warmer weather and sunshine would probably be good news for everybody, including all the farmers and all the people.
Let me ask one other thing. I mean, you're in the family business, and
Yep.
you've been able to maintain a family business. Family
Yes.
businesses are not easy, probably,
No.
to maintain for how many years?
Let's see, we've had the winery for over 30 years.
Okay, so ups and downs of life, people drinking, people not drinking,
Yep.
people have some money in their pocket, people don't have money.
Yes.
And so how'd you maintain it during all that time? What would you say that has kept you all going?
What's kept us all going is we try to change with the times. We try to add new wine products. Try to, every time as time goes on, wine drinkers' palates are changing. So we try to
my favorite.
wine to the entry level. We never made wine to be mysterious, or we don't want people to be afraid of it. So we've also in the wine shop always made sure that this is a place that people can come, feel comfortable, and educate. We also add other business units, like we got into gift baskets, we got into having weddings. We're going to be expanding the store. So all these different other things to try to change with the times and keep growing.
There you go. All right, thanks so much.
Okay.
What's this deal with the ice wine? I mean, how do you? Why do you call it ice? I don't even have any. Because you're in a cold. We're in Rochester. No,
Yeah,
why?
that's right. Ice wine started as there's a couple different myths or stories they say about why ice wine started, but one of them is that in Germany they didn't get the harvest in soon enough, and the grapes actually froze. So they decided instead of letting it go to waste, that they would take them and press them anyway. And when they pressed it, they found this rich, sweet juice that came out of it, and they fell in love with it. So that's how ice wine started.
All right. So I know people, and I think I'm even one of those people. I put grapes in their freezer,
Oh yeah.
and then I eat those as a snack. Now, am I doing the wrong thing?
No, that's you can do that and eat them as a snack. To make a traditional or a real ice wine, you actually have to leave the grapes out in the fall. So we finish harvest at the end of October. We take big nets and put them under the vines to cover the grapes so that birds don't eat them, or the wind comes and starts to break them off. You can imagine they're getting cold and brittle. Well, all that time they're hanging on the vine, they're getting sweeter. It's like a raisin, they're getting sweeter and sweeter. And then we wait till the temperature drops to below 16 degrees. And we have to pick them frozen and then press them frozen. So what happens at that point, all the water in the grape is frozen, and all that comes out is a sweet, rich dessert.
So if I waited and I got grapes that were frozen, that had been on the vine after some October-ish, like what you're saying, and I had them in the freezer, and then I froze them, and then I stepped on them like Lucille Ball, and would I have ice wine?
You would have something they can't call that ice wine. Only it has to be on the vine, picked fresh, picked frozen, pressed frozen to carry the designation of ice wine. But they do make another type of wine. They call that cryo extraction, where they actually pick the grapes, put them on the freezer, freeze them, and then press them. So you're close to that.
Okay, well, I know.
There's two different types.
All right, great. There is everything. There's a specifics.
That's right.
You got to get right down to the bottom of it.
Exactly.
All right, and I am able to because you know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.